Here is why Kickstarter is fake and the future of crowdfunding is changing. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Let me explain. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clayton, and on this channel I talk about crowdfunding board games each and every week. So if you're into that, make sure you absolutely destroy the like button, and let's just jump right into the video. So when it comes to crowdfunding nowadays, like many things on the internet, don't always trust what you see. That's right, I'm going to be talking about fake funding goals. But why are we talking about this now? Well, in light of what happened last week with the whole shipping drama with Come On and a canceled campaign that raised over $500,000, Euthia on GameFound, now is the perfect time to explain why there are fake funding goals. First, let me explain what a funding goal should be. A funding goal should be the total amount of money a company needs to raise to bring a game to your doorstep. The total landing cost. Typically what most companies do on Kickstarter is take the price of what it's going to cost to produce a bunch of copies of the game with a manufacturer, plus the cost of what it's going to cost to ship those games to different fulfillment centers around the world, plus a little bit extra to make a profit. Now that is not how every company runs their Kickstarter, but that is what essentially a funding goal is. So why is there fake funding goals? Well, this has actually been going on for quite a while, but just as of late, people are actually starting to take notice and getting upset. Don't get me wrong, I love Kickstarter, I love the platform, but as times have changed, so has the marketing tactics to make a game successful. Making fake funding goals is a new marketing tactic, and it works. Now before you get upset and raise your pitchforks saying you're never going to back a company because they lied to us about the funding goal, well, let me explain why companies do this. There are so many unknown variables when it comes to producing a game. Manufacturer costs. If a Kickstarter goes over the backers that they expected, then they need to print more copies of a game. That increases warehouse prices. The freight cost is always unpredictable due to the pandemic. Games sitting at the port and getting unloaded, that can take days. There's even a random chance that a freight that holds your game gets audited. You get charged for that audit even if you didn't want it. And that can cost thousands of dollars. So many little things that can add up that companies don't even realize and account for when they come up with their funding goal. Again, this is just my own personal understanding about how crowdfunding works. I'm not going to do a full breakdown of how each company does it, but overall this is how most Kickstarters run their campaigns. Now, there is companies that have a funding goal, and like Euthia, they cancel it even if they pass that funding goal because they're expecting higher volumes. Now, this is frustrating as a backer, but I do understand where they are coming from. I'd rather have a campaign cancel and not take any of my money than a campaign fulfilling and then later on hearing that they don't have enough money to produce the game and I got charged anyways. That is also why companies make stretch goals, because this keeps up with the excitement of the campaign. The more excitement on a campaign, the more eyes are brought to it, and the more successful the campaign is. So this is why they lower the funding goal so they can reach those stretch goals sooner and start having a better successful campaign. Normally on a Kickstarter campaign or GameFound, wherever crowdfunding site, if it doesn't fund in the first 2 days, it generally means that the game's not going to fund. Now that's not always the case. I have seen campaigns make it to the very deadline and fund and still produce their game. So please understand that companies only want to make a successful campaign and really deliver a great game to you. In the end, it should be a win-win situation. I mean, it's not great to be lied to, but again, when it comes to crowdfunding, if this is a game that you want, it's best to support them. Another thing to note is when it comes to backing games, it's human nature to put your money where you think it is safe. And if you see a game that hasn't funded, that has a $500,000 funding goal, you're probably not going to back that game right away, versus a campaign that might only have $50,000. I mean, it does depend on the product and the game where you want to put your money, but that is what companies consider when they put their funding goal. So to recap, yes, fake funding goals is a thing and it's not going away. Companies don't always know how much money they need total to make a game. Now they can predict a little bit of it, but because so much is unpredictable, it's hard to say how much they exactly need to produce a game and make a profit. Everybody's got to eat after all. So please understand where publishers are coming from. They're doing their best because in the end, backers make games a reality. Not all the time they can go straight to retail, but that is a whole different story when it comes to that. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys want to hear about my thoughts about shipping prices and Come On, check out this video right here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.